What are the best exercises for your heart? Are some really better than others? And does it matter where your body fat is located in terms of your heart health? We're going to answer those questions, and we're going to start right now. What's up, folks? My name's Jeff, and I own Right Foot Forward Fitness, where we help people get healthy and fit so that they can do the things they love to do with the people they love to do them with. If that's the kind of information that interests you, I would encourage you to subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you don't miss a thing. So, does location of body fat make a difference to your heart health? In some ways, yes. For instance, fat right around the heart is directly linked to an increase in risk for cardiovascular disease. So there's two kinds of fat that are kind of packed in around your heart. There's fat that is outside your pericardium, which is the sac inside which your heart rests, right? So you've got your heart, you've got the pericardium, and then you've got the area immediately outside of that, and that's the epicardium. So fat in the epicardium, not good. Fat in the pericardium, right next to the heart, really not good. So we'd like to get rid of both of them, but we definitely want to get rid of the fat that's packed in right around the heart. We're going to start today by taking a look at a study that was published by the University of Copenhagen in Denmark. It was in the Journal of the American Medical Association in 2019, and I have the citation below if you'd like to take a look at it yourself. In this study, they had 50 participants who were previously inactive and had abdominal fat, and they split them into 3 different groups. One group did weightlifting 3 times a week for 45 minutes, 3 to 5 sets of 10 different exercises. The second group did monostructural high-intensity interval training. So an example of that would be cycling or running or rowing. In this particular case, they did indoor cycling. And this group did their exercises for 45 minutes, 3 days per week. Not everybody is familiar with what high-intensity interval training looks like, so I thought we would touch on that real quick. For instance, in this example, maybe they were cycling for 3 minutes at 70% of their VO2 max, or in regular person talk, they were cycling really hard for 3 minutes, and then for 3 minutes they would cycle less hard, and then for 3 minutes again they'd cycle really hard, and then for 3 minutes they'd cycle less hard. And you usually do this in sets of 3 to 5 with some small breaks in between. And that's what high-intensity interval training looks like in a monostructural exercise setting like cycling. The final group did no exercise at all. Okay, the million-dollar question: what happened at the end of the study? After 12 weeks, the group that performed the high-intensity interval training, the cardio, had epicardial fat, and that was the fat that was outside of the heart sac. That decreased by 32% in that group. And in the weightlifting group, it decreased by 24%. So both groups saw a dramatic decrease in epicardial fat, which is fantastic. But what about pericardial fat, the fat that's right up, packed up against the heart? What happened with that? Pericardial fat decreased by 31% in the group that lifted weights. And it did not decrease measurably at all in the cardio group. So which is better? I'm going to pull a little bit of a bait and switch on you here, because we know that all exercise of any kind, of any intensity or duration, is going to help your heart health. In the first place, weightlifting should always be a part of your fitness journey, especially if you're over 40. I'm going to put an exclamation point on that if you're over 40. And if you're over 40 and female, I'm going to put 3 exclamation points on that. Because the things that we're all dealing with over the age of 40, osteopenia or weakening of our bones, sarcopenia, which is a weakening, loss of vitality in our muscle fibers, those things can be fought against most successfully with resistance training. So all of us should have weightlifting as part of what we're doing with our fitness. Instead of which exercise is best for my heart, I'd rather have you ask the question, what kinds of exercise activities do I enjoy the most? So what is my prescription for heart health? What I would love to have you do is find one activity that you enjoy doing, and it doesn't matter what that activity is. That activity could be running, it could be yoga, it could be lifting weights, it could be high-intensity interval training with weights, it could be anything. Whatever it is, find something that you can do and enjoy 3 times per week. Then find 1 or 2 other things that you can add in 2 to 3 times per week that complement that major activity. What does this look like for me? I'm 50 years old. I run a couple miles 3 times a week in the mornings, and then in the afternoons on those same days, I lift weights. And on the alternating days, I do high-intensity interval training with weights. And that is my passion. I love both high-intensity interval training and lifting weights. Both of those activities I love. Running I do not love, but I do a little bit of it, 6 to 9 to at most 12 miles per week, because I know it's good for me. I know it benefits me in ways that the other activities don't. And so that's what I would encourage you to do as well. Find your one thing that's most important to you that you're going to do every week no matter what, and then find 1 or 2 other things that are going to complement that and really help you be the best version of yourself. And you're going to find that that is going to increase your heart health, it's going to increase your enjoyment, both of the time you spend exercising and the time that you're not exercising. Down in the description below, I've included a link for a free report that details why we love high-intensity interval training so much here at Right Foot Forward Fitness, how we use it in our boot camps and in our personal training, and I'd love for you to take a look at it. If you have any questions or comments, I'd love to hear from you. Just leave them down below. Thanks for watching the video, folks. Have a great day.